Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our class. We're going to continue with our QuickBooks, the second account. But before we do the second account, do you still have the access to the old one? Have you created the new one? Not yet, okay. Oh, meaning that it's already finished your subscription? Okay, we can still check, right? Okay, just get into the old QuickBooks. We just want to see some of the reports and then make sure that if there are some issues with your report that you don't want to repeat in the second case study or second company, then we will move right away after the break with the new company. Okay, Timon, you share your screen. So many of you are now experts in QuickBooks, yeah? Anybody got problem with the previous QuickBooks and you want to discuss or inform me about anything? So for the second company, it will be very important because that will be the company we're using for your second quiz and also for your assignment. All right. So assignment will be based on second company that involves inventory. But before we get into the second company and second account for your QuickBooks, briefly, we will take a look at what you have done in the top consulting company case study. By the way, even though your subscription license has already expired, you can still log in and you can still view, but you cannot enter new transactions anymore. You can only view. Okay, so we just want to view something that we have done, especially in your quiz second attempt of your quiz one. Okay, the remake quiz. Okay, Timon, are you able to share? I just arrived at the airport today, then straight away come to the class. Yeah, but okay, it was okay. All right. Okay, don't worry if your QuickBook Plus account has already expired. Timon, did you do your second attempt of the quiz one? All right, so you complete all the transactions. Okay, we just want to check if the transactions are entered correctly. Just a lesson, if you have done it correctly, that's good. If you have not done it correctly, then perhaps you may want to alert and don't repeat the same mistakes, in the second company. All right, guys, can all of you log on to your respective QuickBooks account? We are going to take a look at what we have done for our second attempt of our quiz one. All right. Can we go to dashboard first? Dashboard, I'm sure that some of you will not have same figures because you did a lot of things differently than your friends. So these are all unreliable anymore. Wow, 20,000 Chitimun. How come? Why so many? Why so much? And also your sales, 8704. I think that's correct. And also you have net loss, 11,000 something. Okay. Okay, we don't want to see all this because dashboard can be misleading at the moment. You cannot view the month of May only. So we're going to go to reports and then take a look at the reports for the month of May. Can we go to reports, Stimon? The rest we can check, yeah? Cross-check. Yeah, we can go to profit and loss first. Everybody, can we check our profit and loss account for top consulting company and choose the range of the date from 1st May until 31st May. Remember your quiz 1, the remake quiz, we only entered transactions for the month of May. So we just want to check if the transactions in May are correct. Okay. Do you see that we have $1,904 for our sales? Actually, this is the income coming from 5 services that we offered. Previously, in the month of January, we only had 1, right? Sorry, we only had 4. Now we add another one, make it 5. So consulting is the new addition. The account already been there, so you just use that account. So we have the consulting, taxation, accounting, recruitment, and also training service. So these are the 5 sales of your services that you have recorded in QuickBooks. Anybody got different, or do you get the same? Melissa, you got the same? Okay. Raksa, same. Okay, so this is the correct figure, 1,904. Okay. Chitimun, quickly we show the Excel file or the question, just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Okay, this one is enough. A little bit bigger. All right. So here we start our May transaction with sales. Okay. So we have sales revenue by credit. By credit means you are selling your services without receiving money yet. Okay. It's on credit. So they become your accounts receivable. So how many transactions are there? 5. So the first one is taxation service. We used this before, so you can just repeat the same process like we did in January. So the amount is 630. But you need to choose when you record this in your sales as tax, 10% VAT. Second transaction is consulting service. So this is new. We didn't do any consulting service previously, but the account was there. So we just use the account. But let's say if you don't see that consulting service in your chart of accounts, what do you need to do? Create another one. What account type that you need to choose? What detail type you need to choose? Follow the rest of your category of the same family. So we can just follow what is the account type, what is the detail type, just change the name and the number. The rest will just still be the same. All right. The third transaction is recruitment, 220. We did that before. Accounting service also, we did that before. And also training service, we have 279. Now let's take a look at the QuickBooks. Okay. 630, 425, 220, 279, and also 350. So the total is $1,904. Okay. So if you get this figure, you are doing it correctly. Now let's move on to the expenses. By the way, you only have the gross profit, the same amount like what you have for your sales. The reason being, this is not a manufacturing company. We don't have any cost of goods sold. We don't have any cost of sales. That's why your income is the same like your gross profit. We don't have purchases. We don't have opening stock. We don't have closing stock. We don't have carriage inwards and all that. And then we have many expenses that we have to record. So office rental, 193, office supply and stationery, 72, utilities, 123. Okay, we go back to the question, and you will see that the details of purchases. Okay, for this part, you don't record a new transaction like what we did for others, because this one is based on the past transactions. When it is based on past transaction, you may have already sold certain services to your customers. Later, they want to make payment. Only now they want to make payment. Then we only receive payment. You can go to the respective menu, and then there is one field called payment. Receive the amount. Just put the amount. Okay, like what we did in our previous exercise. And then you have all the purchases made on credit. So we have, for example, 72. What is this expense about? Stationery cost. So in our QuickBooks, we're going to record that as stationery, office supply and stationery, $72. So you see that here. 193, what is it? Office rental. Can we see from the question? 193, rental. Should be, yeah, here. Okay, 193. So the expenses come from two different points. One is from the payment that you made out of your cash at Commerzbank. Another is the expenses based on the narratives. So you just record accordingly. Here, I think you pay using cash at Commerzbank, right? Can we go up? A little, yeah, cash at Commerzbank. But here it says whether you pay by cash on hand or cash at Commerzbank. Actually, they are of similar nature, but I just want to show you a variety of ways how questions can come out. Can we go to QuickBooks and then check if everybody got the same amount of total administrative expenses? Do you all get the same figure here? 3351.39. Okay, the only thing I want to check would be on your depreciation. What is your depreciation? 170.39. That's not right. Because in the question, can we go to the question? Okay. Here. Okay. At the end of the month, towards the end, not the right end, you bought machinery, which I already helped you to say that this is your fixed asset for business operation from Annahui shop. Note, please create a new account. New account means the machinery account with running number for machinery. You need to see what is the last number used for fixed asset and then follow the next number. Then follow the useful life like other fixed asset. I don't ask you to charge this machinery under other fixed asset, but to create a new one. And it says there, right? You need to only provide the depreciation. Where is the depreciation part? Scroll down for that. Yeah, here. Upon completion of the above transactions, you are required to record depreciation for the new fixed asset bought in May 2025 only. Don't prepare the depreciation for the past assets that you bought. Just one, because I only want to see, but that's okay, that's okay. It doesn't affect much of your marks. It's okay. Because it says here, only the asset that you bought in May. because I know that your data is already jumbled up. Different people have different figures, so it's difficult for me to check. So that's why I require you to only prepare. But Chutimun, you are right. Supposedly, you need to prepare from the month that you start to buy the fixed asset and then continue. But because of this special, but that's okay. I'll see how I can help this. All right, and then you need to upload with all these required reports. I think pretty much similar to our previous quiz one, and also similar to what we do in the class. Any question? Okay, we are not going to look at this particular account anymore. You can't access the account anymore. Can we all start fresh? And we are going to create a new account and then record transaction. But this time I'm going to guide you on the import of the chart of accounts, which is very simple. You can do it within less than 10 seconds. Not like one by one you create like before. And also, you're going to create the inventory item in QuickBooks. Previously, you did not record inventory or you did not register any inventory because we didn't have inventory in Top Consulting Company. Only services. Now we have the inventory. So we are going to record inventory as well. Everybody, can I invite all of you to log out from this particular QuickBooks? If you want to take selfie with the previous QuickBooks and post in your social media, you can do that. We're not going to come back here. Okay, sign out. All right. I already posted one file on Google Classroom. Can we open that file? That is the file for that we use for the new company. Students attending online, you guys okay? If you have any question, please feel free to ask questions, yeah? Okay, this will be the second case study file that we are going to use. Can we all download this file? Today, we only want to do the setup. And this setup, you must remember, like what we did for Top Consulting Company. What is this new company called? I think ABC Trading Company, right? Okay, make it bigger. Okay. Okay, take some moment to read through this particular case study. The second company. So this time, you create the new account with a new email address. What? Personal account? Okay, what is the new company called? ABC Trading Company, right? So ABC Trading Company, and then it is located in Phnom Penh, and then you have new shareholders. We don't have Mr. Dara and Mr. Chen. We have Mr. Alex and Mr. Annie. Okay. And also you have the share capital paid by the shareholders. And then you receive in cash on hand and cash at bank. Okay, and then there is some explanation to how the payment is made. And what is this company doing? Import and export smartphones. So that when you want to register for this company in QuickBooks, you need to identify what is the business of this company, right? So this is the type of company, and then you select what is the most appropriate type of business in QuickBooks. Is it a company or is it a partnership? Is it a sole trader? It's a company. You take a look at this company limited, you know that this is a company type. Okay, the rest you can read later. Now, what I want you to do, go to Google Classroom and then refer to the link that I provided earlier. The link to QuickBooks. I want you to click on that link. That's the one. So this is the link that you can find from Google Classroom related to our QuickBooks. Once you click that, we will be directed here. Okay, we are going to do this together. Make sure that you get to this screen. Okay, all right. Okay, once you get to this screen, scroll down and see under the category or the package called Plus, we want to use free version. Okay, free 30-day trial. Free 30-day trial. Can we all hit that button? If you miss out or you can't follow, please let me know. I'll go to your computer. Bernadette, okay? Okay. You guys okay? All right. And once you click on that, you cannot use your old account or your old email address. You need to use your personal email address or any email address that you have never used for QuickBooks. If you haven't got a new email address, you may want to create one new. Password is okay to be the same like before. Okay. What is it doing? Okay. Yeah, same phone number. That's okay. You okay? I'll have to wait till because you? I only use my personal email. I have to wait. You can use command email. I only use that. Oh. You have to create. Oh, what happened? Oh. So you did a lot of exercises? Okay, you need to create a new one. So is there a problem for you to create a new one? And once you have already entered the password and all, then you can just scroll down one more step. Oh, no, yeah. Okay, good. You okay? If you have problem, just let me know. I'll go to your computer. Oh. Pay? No, 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 no need to pay. Okay, once you have already created using the new email address, then you will be directed to here. For starters, what is your business called? So you can copy from our PDF file. So it's called ABC Trading Company Limited. And then copy paste to your QuickBooks. Everybody clear with this? Now, you have two options, back and next. So we click next. Once you click next, you will see this screen. Okay, I want to wait for you to decide what is this company related to. So it says that the industry that this company is associated with, what do you think will be the industry for this company? Is it a manufacturing company? No, because it only import and export phones. What is it then? Do you see we have retail, non-food, and also you have technology? Either one of these, fine. You can choose either one of these. Okay, once you have already decided that that is the industry this company is related to, then you will need to decide what is the type of the business. Is it sole proprietor? Is it partnership? If you see company limited, definitely that is your company, right? So it's private limited company. Everybody on this page? Anybody got problem? Okay, once done, then you can click next. Everybody must do this, yeah, because we're going to have our quiz number 2. Originally, I wanted the quiz to be held this Saturday, but it seems like you are so busy this Saturday. So we are going to make it next Tuesday. Tuesday, okay, yeah? Next Tuesday. All right. So once you have already done, click next. And then I think here you can decide yourself. What's your role? You can put bookkeeper, or if you want to become accountant, that's fine. And then how many employee in that company? You can put any number, 20 to 50 is fine. Okay, then you click on next. You have two options to proceed because you don't see skip for now, right? If you see skip for now, then we will be hitting skip for now. So I think here it requires you to do this. Do this first. Do this one first. Do this one first. And then skip now. Yeah. You skip for now until you finish and you get to the welcoming screen. And then let's go. All right. So you will have a new screen. But Chitimun, do you forget to put something when you register for the company? Everybody forget. Name and ID. No. We have to put name and ID. Where do you need to go and change this? I don't want to show, but you must know where. Not this one. Yes. Very good, Rexa. What name? Okay. Angela, you okay? Okay. Okay. Please change the name of the company to also include your name and ID. So you need to add your name and ID next to the company name. Okay. Have you decided what is your VAT? The VAT number is available in your PDF. Please take a look at your PDF, copy the TIN number, paste here. Then figure out where is TIN number. Yeah, that's why you find it. Can you see it? No, not that one. Where is it? Oh. Sudirman, you haven't seen? Ah, yeah. Okay, Sudirman already found it. Okay, copy and paste. Okay, once you have already copied the TIN number, and then you can put in save. All right. You can update the rest of the information like address, your photo for your logo, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you don't want logo, that's fine. From the PDF easier. Anybody couldn't follow? So clean or okay? Sorry, okay? Okay. Mhm. Okay. Up to you. Save earlier? What do you mean? Above, is it? Okay. 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 Once you have done it, um, is everybody on the same page? Anybody still figuring out what is the address to put? Okay. If you have done, if you have completed all the necessary information, now, what were the three things that we did to do the setup? The currency, VAT already done. Uh, sorry, chart of account later. Enable account number, yeah, and also add tax, the VAT. You can go for your break if you want, but if you want to stay, there are three setups that we have to do for our new account. The first one is to change the currency from real to US dollar. The second is to set up for your enable account number. Remember that our chart of accounts will need to appear the account number. And the third one is to add tax, the VAT. So these are the three setups we want to do this afternoon. Yeah. Oh, can you refresh? Refresh first. everyone, please do not choose multi-currency for your US dollar, yeah? Only one currency, reals to real Khmer reals to US dollar. Only change that one. And also don't forget to change or to enable your account number and show account numbers. Chutimun, have you done? Show account number and also enable account number. Everybody, you can see Chutimun's screen there. He already enabled the account number and also he already tick show account numbers. Okay, there are two things you need to do, enable and also show. Okay, once you have done it, then you can go to add text. Okay, okay. Refresh. Okay, and it should be okay. Visual back to company. Wow, what's number temperature electrician? From separate word. Like it's only importing and exporting phones, right? Huh? Okay, guys, you can take 10 minutes break and then we will continue after the break. I just need to check other friends who are still doing it. Looking for your scholar. It should be result. Hmm. Oh, you haven't been able to find it? Hmm. So, this one. Then do it again. Log out, log in again. Log in. Yeah. Log in, log out, log out, log out. And then log in again. Log in again. Okay, already. Currency open done. You can click done. Then you can send it, okay. Um, when you set your VAT, you need to add your ID number. This one is not setting up, right? This one is just a normal one. You can just next, next, next. But you need to add text later, remember? All good? All good? Okay. Okay. You haven't done that already. Okay. No, yeah, now add. Okay, for the new setup of VAT, you don't need to do anything there. Just click next, next, next until you see 00, on the text screen. But when you see 000 on the text screen, you will have one button called Add Text. That's when you're going to start creating your VAT plus your ID number, like what we did before. Complete? Okay. Have you done your VAT? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you put okay, you don't put open, no problem, because we don't use this one. Okay. Okay. Wow. You can close and then go to Texas and then see if it is created here. Wow. Have you had that? You need to click that first and then choose the third one. Yeah, that's okay. then choose the third one. Custom. Here is the VAT plus your ID number. ID number. Okay. Later that will be under. If you see from Chutimun's screen, Chutimun, can we go up? Okay, you will see that when you set up the VAT, you can just set up like usual until finish. Can we close this one, Chutimun, for a while? Okay, you will see this one. If you do the setup, the basic setup for VAT, you will see this screen, 0000. That's normal. And your text here will just indicate the normal text. We are not going to use this text. Remember, in our top consulting company, we have VAT plus ID number. So that requires us to look for add text. Can we go to add text, everyone? Once you click on add text, you will see the three options available here. If you want to change the tax rate, you click tax rate, but we haven't created any tax for our company yet. And if you have group tax, then you can apply group tax, but Cambodia doesn't have any group tax. And we have custom tax. That's the tax we are choosing. Can all of you click on custom tax? Once you click on custom tax, you will see this screen. This is where you're going to put VAT space in bracket your ID number. And you're going to copy this and paste in the description. You must enter the value, Chutimun. Copy tax name and then paste in the description. No. The tax name is just right above. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Copy and then paste. And then for tax agency, we put GDT, right? The General Department of Taxation. And then TIN number is the one that you copied from the previous PDF. And then you need to select starting period date, January. And then the frequency will be monthly. And then reporting method should be accrual. And then don't forget that you have to tick this tax is collected on sales, 10%. Click again. This tax is collected on purchases, 10%. And the last one is very critical. You need to click or to check this purchase tax is reclaimable. Do you guys see on your screen? If you do this setting wrongly, then you will have a problem in your tax VAT. So please make sure that you follow this correctly. January. Okay, that is our starting date. Monthly. Accrual, 10% must be put here. And then 10% down. And then you must tick this one. Yep. Okay, once you have already checked purchase tax is reclaimable, then you will need to click on save. When you save this one, your VAT here is still showing the old one. We don't want to see the old VAT. We want to see the VAT with your ID number. Can we click on this one and choose the second one, which is the VAT that you have just created? Yay. Yeah, you're ready to go. So when you record any transaction and that transaction has VAT, it will update here. And that's why when we choose the VAT, you have to choose VAT with your ID number, not the normal VAT. Okay? Are you guys on this page? Yeah. Yeah, you can click the VAT, yeah, and choose the second. Yeah. So make sure that everybody, make sure that your VAT is having this VAT plus your ID number, VAT plus your ID number here. So if you are seeing this VAT plus ID number, that is the correct version of your VAT. If you don't see it, just click on the small dot, small arrow, and choose the second option. Anybody got problem with this, Patna? Okay. Feeling? Okay. Copy that and paste in the description. And change the tax agency name to JJ25. Fill it all. JJ25. The number you need to copy from. Number. Four. Expenses collection tax, 10%. And expenses collection and delivery, 10%. And then here, this is taxes resident on the top. And you go here, and you select the one that I'm just doing. Yeah. Okay. You're good to go. What about you? You okay? Wow. Okay. Brilliant. Anybody got problem with the VAT? You haven't created? This one VAT agency name should be GDT. Do it all. Hmm. LNC number you need to copy from. Yeah. January, monthly, accrual, and good. Then go to here, change. All right, good. Good. All right. Is everybody finished? Has everybody finished creating your VAT? All right. So VAT must have your ID number, like what you see on Cinnamon screen. Okay. Let's go to the PDF form. Okay. In this PDF file, you will see that there are some policies of the company that might be applicable for you to record depreciation, for example, to regard which item should be classified as fixed asset, what is the threshold, minimum amount, then everything must be read through here. So you can see here, significant accounting policies. We use the US dollar here, prepared under the modified cash basis using historical and convention. Okay, next one. And then we have the fixed asset is over 150. So do not follow top consulting companies' policy, because every company will have their own policy. For this company, it doesn't set 200 and above, but it sets 150 and above for each item, right? Each unit cost. And then it has the property, plant, and equipment will be recorded at cost less accumulated depreciation. So this is in accordance to your IFRS. And also it says the depreciation on all property, plant, and equipment is charged to the income statement on the straight line method. So you're still lucky that you have the straight line method to be used when preparing your depreciation. I'm sure that you know, if you are required to prepare the reducing balance method, what would be the formula? Do you know? If straight line method, if you are given the rate, then you can just apply the rate. The cost, 10,000, and then times the rate, 20%. Okay? So every year you're going to have 2,000. But if you are not given the rate, then you need to know the useful life of your asset. So different asset will have different useful life. So that will be the basis for you to record the depreciation. For straight line method, it's very simple. You get useful life or you get the rate, you can just apply straight away. But for reducing balance method, not to say it's difficult, but you need to take every year what is the net book value for that particular asset. The net book value will be multiplied by the rate or will be divided by the what we call useful life. So it's not straight away the same throughout the month, throughout the year. So that's the only difference. I hope that you already learned this in your financial accounting class, right? And then we also have intangible assets. So now it's getting more complicated. Previously, we only had tangible assets. Now we have intangible assets. What do you know about intangible assets? You cannot touch, you cannot see, but it's there. What is the example? Huh? License, trademarks, copyrights, patents. So these are all the intangible assets that companies have. Normally, big companies or companies that have certain, specialty. For example, have you heard about the brand called Adidas? If you go to buy Adidas, you will get the clothes. You will get the tracksuit or whatever. Can you get the same thing from other brands, from other shops? Yeah, you can go to Central Market and you can buy the track bottom, you can buy the t-shirt and at cheaper price. But why this Adidas is selling at higher price because it has the brand. It has something that people perceive to have quality. So that is what we call copyrights, trademarks. That is intangible assets that the company has. And sometimes you will have different companies combining themselves together under merger and acquisition. Have you heard about merger and acquisition? Business combination. Another company bought another company. One company bought another. They merged together. So these are also requiring you to do some adjustments for the what we call goodwill and so on. So goodwill is considered to be the intangible asset too. So what is the intangible asset policy? It says comprise acquired computer software and licenses and related costs are stated at cost less accumulated amortization and any accumulated impairment losses. So if you are given amortization, if you're given some impairment, then you need to minus off all these figures to calculate what will be the intangible asset, amortization calculation. So amortization is calculated using declining balance. Declining balance means reducing balance method, yeah? To allocate the cost over their useful life of 4 years. Okay, if you have the intangible assets, then you have to apply this policy. Next one. All right. So those are the policies that the company has, and you need to observe from time to time. If you buy certain items, more than 150 for each item, then see, can we categorize this as our fixed asset? So you have to look at the nature of the transaction. And then we have the cash book. What else? So cash book, you have cash involved means cash on hand. Cash by check or bank means cash at not Commerbank anymore. I don't think that this company has Commerbank as its banker, but cash at bank. And here you have the purchase orders sent to suppliers and supplier invoice. As we go and progress, I'll explain all these things to you. But just for your understanding, purchase order is when you want to buy something to your suppliers or from your suppliers, then you need to raise a purchase order. Have you heard about purchase order? So let's say I want to buy from this supplier certain items. I can just call this supplier, I can just make order, unofficial. But in business, unofficial will be having some difficulty if you have disputes. You can quarrel in business, right? So when you don't have anything written formally, then it's difficult to win the case. Most companies, they will have documents to show what they have agreed to buy and sell. So if you want to buy something from your suppliers, you will normally issue to your suppliers purchase order. Or I want to purchase this thing, and the supplier will be asking, can you please send over your purchase order? So purchase order can be generated from QuickBooks easily. You just need to put in some items, for example, the quantity, which supplier you want to buy from, and so on and so forth, then it will fill up for you. And supplier purchase order will be different from supplier's invoice. Do you know the process? When you want to buy something, you will order first. Supplier will be delivering the goods that you ordered. And after you receive the goods, are you required to pay? Yes. You will be required to pay. And when you need to pay, the supplier will send to you the invoice, or we call it bill. Why bill? Because when you sell goods to your customers, also you will send invoice. So you receive invoice from supplier, you send invoice to your customer, sometimes confusing. So we use bill when it deals with suppliers, but still invoice, right? So here you have the vendor list. and the purchase order list. Here you have the received bill, meaning that ready to make payment. Scroll down further. And here, when you deal with your customers, so you can also sell goods to your customers. So if your customer order from you, we call that as customer order, sales order. If you want to buy from suppliers just now, purchase order, you want to purchase. Now, if you want to sell goods to your customers, sales order. And if you want to ask the customer to pay, then you're going to have some payment to make. You will advise your customer to make payment. Here we are talking about the estimates. Estimates will be what you anticipate whether or not you will have enough stock to sell to your customers. Sometimes you sell goods, you put things in inventory. Sometimes you have a lot of inventory in the warehouse. Sometimes you have limited. So if you really want to make money, you should have enough inventory to meet customers' order. When they come to buy, you don't have stock, they go to another supplier. They go to another company to buy. You lose the business. So you need to also estimate how many customers will come and buy from my company. So that is under sale order or item list. We call that as estimates. Scroll down further. And here will be what you need to do towards the end of QuickBooks. So today, I only want to make sure that you have made 3 setups for your QuickBooks. Of course, you need to create your QuickBooks first. Second, have you done changing the currency? US dollar. I don't want to see Khmer reals like before. So you need to change your US dollar now. Second, you need to enable the account number. What is the rationale of enabling the account number and show account number, guys? Because in QuickBooks, we can only use the accounts with account numbers. Those accounts without account numbers, we are not going to use. But some students, they use accounts without account number. Now, can we all go to QuickBooks, gentlemen? And everybody of you, can we go to transaction? And then we go to chart of accounts. We want to delete unwanted accounts so that our accounts are not going to be messy. All right. Do you know how to delete accounts? We are going to apply the same procedure. Click on the list, the master list here, the radio button here, and then everything else will be turned green. And then go to batch actions. Please make inactive. Make inactive means you want to delete them. But there will be some accounts you can't delete. System won't allow you to delete. That's fine. But at least we get rid of many other accounts that we don't want. So you can click OK. Got it? Got it? Okay. All the language of QuickBooks and just follow. And then you will see that you will have lesser number of accounts available. All right. Can you click again and then delete? Will it allow you to delete? I don't think so. Just now 12, right? Now 9. All right, so this 9 you cannot delete at all. All right. Do you have any question? So from now on, do not go to your top consulting company. We are not going to enter any transactions there. You are being limited to access this account anymore. So you have ABC Trading Company Limited. So that's the account that we want to use. The difference between the previous top consulting company and ABC Trading Company, last time we didn't have any items, no products that we sell. What did we sell? Services, okay? But this time we are going to have products. So if you happen to work in company that produce products, you know how to use QuickBooks. If you work in a company that only sell services like KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers, I don't think they use QuickBooks. So you can have, some idea that you don't have to set up for the inventory. All right. So I think that's all that I want to share with you today. If you have any question or problem, then you can ask. Otherwise, thank you very much. All right. So you have created one QuickBooks account. Very good. All right. So we are going to use that in our next class. All right. Just to remind everyone, when we come to our next class, I'm going to give to you some Excel files. And the Excel file that I'm sharing, one of them is called Chart of Accounts. Remember in our top consulting company, I shared the Excel file. What did you have to do? Record one by one. But now you don't have to do that anymore. Sorry. You import last time book. I'll share the Excel file later. Already? Okay. You already did it? Wow. Okay. So import is very easy. So I'll show you how to do it in our next class. Just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So I don't want to rush because this one has a very different setup. You need to deal with inventory. So inventory is very important because you will have to adjust in your cost of goods sold later on. Right? So we will learn next class. Thank you very much, everyone.